You know when Michael Jordan is coming to town, you always wanted to get a good night's sleep, a good night's rest, something good to eat, because you know the next day Michael Jordan is in your building and he's coming to put on a show, and you have to compete against that. Game 5 was at our place, and you know, a typical game, Eastern Conference game, a physical game, it was like a back and forth thing, the shot. You know, everybody want to talk about the shot. Chicago kept fighting, MJ kept making plays. It's at the end of the game, and we going to the timeout, and everybody talking. I was like, Coach, I want to guard MJ. Like, I got to guard MJ. There's only one player that's getting this basketball, and that's MJ. He's like, we're gonna put Craig Elo on there. I'm like, and he jumped up, and Elo jumps up, Elo stops, and MJ does this to Elo. Elo comes down, and he shoots it, and it was slow motion. And it was like, he's the guy that you want the ball in his hand late in the ball game, because he's gonna win most of those ball games by himself.
Coach, Cleveland leads, Chicago inbound. What can the Cavaliers do?
The Cavs trying to deny Jordan the ball. They actually 2-on-1 him without the ball. Elo trying to catch back up. The shot's up. It's good!
Oh,
Michael Jordan!
Wow, Coach, a Game 5 winning shot. Doug Collins off the bench, and the Bulls have won.
You can never, ever count Michael Jordan out.
Michael was a different level, man. He's a different level of competitiveness, just sure will to win. He changed the game. He changed the game. I mean, not just in one aspect, in many aspects, in every aspect of the game, he changed it. I played against some of the greatest players in the history of this game. Michael Jordan was one of those guys that lifted my ability to the next level. We enjoyed the competition with one another. We played very hard and fiercely against one another, but it was like you had two gentlemen going head to head. Michael Jordan and I wasn't just coming down the court getting dunks at the dunks. We found creative ways to score. I can't tell you the fun and the pleasure I had to play against him. You know, and Michael and I, we never really talked about those games. It was kind of a unspoken thing between us. You know, the respect level that we had was at a different level. I think I had a great game in Atlanta, and I remember going to Chicago. Michael walks into our locker room, and we're still in suit and tie. We haven't gotten dressed yet, and he walks in our locker room, suit and tie, and I was like, what are you doing coming in our locker room? And I ain't gonna say exactly what I said, and so he walked by me, he walked by Kevin Willis, and he got to Randy Whitman, he tapped him on his butt, and he said, lace him up, it's gonna be a long night. He got 60 that night. He got 60. And it was a very close game. I think it went down to the last shot in that game, but I think he proved his point.
And a beautiful view of stunning Chicago. Close by Chicago Stadium for a much anticipated matchup today. Hi everyone, welcome to our presentation of today's game. I'm Kevin Harlan, with me courtside Clark Kellogg, and across the way on the sidelines, David Aldridge. We should be in for a great game here. Clark, it's the Chicago Bulls taking on the visiting Atlanta Hawks.
I'm ready for a good one, partner. Listen to these Chicago fans. Extremely excited to get this underway and see two All-Stars, Dominique Wilkins and Michael Jordan, go at it. This could be an outstanding scoring contest between these two.
You said it. Buckle in. Clark, part of what makes Wilkins and Jordan so exceptional is how many ways they can get points.
Yeah, they score a lot of different ways, Kevin. Their offensive games are really versatile and complete. They can knock down threes, hit the mid-range jumper, and you know they both can do damage at the rim.
And out there for Atlanta, Spud Webb at the point with Doc Rivers at the 2. At the forward positions, Dominique Wilkins and Moses Malone. John Koncak will be at center. And starting things off for the Bulls, it's John Paxson at point guard with Michael Jordan also at the guard. Then Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant at the 3 and 4. The veteran, Bill Cartwright in the middle.
Expectations are high for Jordan and Wilkins in this one. They're both exceptional scorers.
Offensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll return shortly. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. Back right after this.
You think about the most complete basketball player, Michael Jordan was it. That year we won 56, 57, 58 games, something like that. We were really good. If you were going to beat us, you had to do something special. And I knew what we were up against in him. You knew it was going to be a daunting task. You're going to play your best basketball, and he's just not going to have an off game. And you're trying to make sure you manage everyone else, and hopefully he has a few misses here or there. They were struggling, and so Michael, I vividly remember one play, he came off of a screen, and he was really supposed to kick the ball to the corner, but he turned the corner, he went to the basket. And I was like, oh, okay. And he took it upon himself to score. Went to overtime, and he was just unstoppable. And he scored, obviously 69 points. He had almost 20 rebounds. So it was remarkable to watch that and to be a part of that, because we had done everything right. And even defending him, we were getting into him, and he was taking tough shots. He was just making them. Michael Jordan took what they did to the next level because of his explosiveness, his swag, his demeanor, and ultimately his success.
Welcome, everyone, to Richfield, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavaliers. With Coach Mike Fratello and Clark Kellogg and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Cleveland hosting Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. It's a key game in the Eastern Conference playoff race. And Mike, this Cavs-Bulls matchup, it's turned into quite a rivalry.
There are many people looking forward to this matchup. Chicago has eliminated Cleveland in each of the last 2 years. Both times in the deciding Game 5 of the first round. They know each other so well. No love lost between them.
None at all. And in terms of familiarity, this is the 26th matchup, Clark, between these teams over the last 3 years. That's a lot of battles. And there are no secrets, are there?
None at all, partner. You think the Bulls and Cavs could call each other's plays out. That's how well they know each other. Tonight, I think it comes down to execution at both ends. Of course, Chicago has an X factor and a significant edge when it comes to Michael Jordan.
Now, let's give you the starting fives. For Chicago in the backcourt, John Paxson running the point. And at the 2, it's the former MVP, Michael Jordan. A defensive stopper. Scottie Pippen is the small forward. Horace Grant at the power forward spot. And at center, the big man, 7'1", Bill Cartwright. And introducing the Cleveland starters, sharp-shooting Mark Price is at the 1. And the defensive specialist, Craig Elo, joins him in the backcourt. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. Back right after this.
Michael Jordan's flair, charisma, control, understanding the game. Nobody can do that. He was so graceful with the basketball, and he would change gears on you and change direction really, really quick. It's just amazing, man. If you see it, in person, it's like, we're like, oh. We start a fast break, somebody's gonna get dunked on. And it's gonna be Michael dunking on somebody. In the 1990 Eastern Conference Finals, I think the Bulls was really getting to figure us out. Joe Dumars used to guard him first because that's the beginning of the game. Then once he got out the game, I had to go guard him. I don't think anybody else could have guarded him. John Sally, Rick Mahorn, Bill Laimbeer, no. Whenever he got the ball, I'm pretty much like nose to nose with him because I didn't want him to do anything to embarrass me. I'm named the Jordan rule. If he goes to the hole, put him on the ground. If you see some of those clips, you'll see that we just hit him every time he goes to the basket. And he's always on the ground, like in pain. But he always gets back up. He learned after a while, man, that he just took control from there. I think people really saw one of the best performances in the NBA when Michael played against us. And we didn't let anyone do that against us. But almost put 50 on us quick. Check his resume out. It's awesome. It's like, wow, this guy is amazing.
The L traversing away from the iconic Chicago skyline and the Sears Tower. It's our backdrop for postseason basketball. It's the Eastern Conference Final, Game 3 between the Pistons and the Bulls. Hi everyone, Kevin Harlan, joined by Coach Mike Fratello and Clark Kellogg. Mike, the Pistons hold a 2-0 lead in the series, but now it is shifted back here to Chicago.
And the Bulls need to get a win here at home. They can't fall back 3 games if they want to have any shot of upsetting the defending champs.
And the Pistons have looked the part of a champion so far. Clark, they've done a great job slowing down the great Michael Jordan.
Kevin, I could not agree with you more. And if the Bulls are going to have a chance to win, I think they've got to get Michael Jordan involved early in the shot clock. He's the centerpiece of their offense, and this team is only going to go as far as he takes them.
Here now, a look at the starting 5 for the Pistons. It's Thomas and Dumars in the backcourt. Rodman and Laimbeer, the fearsome frontcourt pair. And in the middle, James Edwards. Looking at the starting 5 for the Bulls. Paxson runs the point. Grant and Cartwright play in the post at the 4 and 5. And on the wings, it's the dynamic duo of Jordan and Pippen.
And the Pistons defense so physical. You know you'll get bumped and banged. And what a finisher.
Tell you what, Jordan's such a strong defender. Outstanding. I really like how they've worked to get the best shot. Good, better, best by Jordan there. Absorb the contact and still able to nail the shot.
At the line for Chicago, Michael Jordan.
Free throw good, Jordan.